Hello everybody, I'm Miss Jan and I'm so happy to be back here at Sewickley Public Library. Today the publishers that we want to acknowledge are Simon & Schuster and Scholastic Press. Let's get ready. We're going to start with a quiet voice first. Say hello to everybody. Hello everybody, and how are you? How are you? How are you? Hello everybody, and how are you? How are you today? Okay, now put on your loud voice, okay? Hello everybody, and how are you? How are you? How are you? Hello everybody, and how are you? How are you today? Okay, let's make sure we brought all our body parts. Let's go, let's start at the top. Quietly. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Okay, you know what comes next. We're gonna speed it up. Let's go. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Good job, good job. Well done. Hey, what are these things? Our fingers. Let's count them. Make sure they're all here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Give them a little finger wave. Hello, fingers. We're gonna sing them a song. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little fingers, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little fingers, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little fingers, 10 fingers on our hands. Okay, let's get your pointers and your thumbs. We're gonna turn one upside down, start off down low. For the itsy-bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy-bitsy spider went up the spout again. Good. In order to read a book, we need to make sure that all of our alphabet friends are here. So if you could, say the alphabet with me. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I never will forget how to say my alphabet. Good job. Okay, we're gonna start with the caterpillar first because that's what we see first. And this is called 10 Little Caterpillars by Bill Martin Jr. 10 little caterpillars. I don't see any caterpillars here, but I see a lot of holes in the leaves. So that's how you know the caterpillars have been there. The first little caterpillar crawled into a bower. The second little caterpillar wriggled up a flower. The third little caterpillar climbed a cabbage head. And look, there's a little beetle, there's a little frog. Here's a winter squash starting to grow. The fourth little caterpillar found a melon bed. Those look like watermelons. Here's the caterpillar, here's some ladybugs. The fifth little caterpillar sailed a garden pool. He landed on a leaf and into the water. The sixth little caterpillar was carried off to school. See that jar? Somebody's taking that caterpillar in for show and tell, I bet. The seventh little caterpillar met a hungry wren. The eighth little caterpillar was frightened by a hen. Oh, he jumped. The ninth little caterpillar fell into the sea. The 10th little caterpillar scaled an apple tree. Scaled means it climbed up. There it is. And the apples are ripening. The 10th little caterpillar scaled an apple tree. There he is. and hung there patiently. So there it is in its chrysalis. It's like being wrapped up in your blanket in bed. Until by and by, the 10th little caterpillar, look, there it is peeking out, became a butterfly. And here are some caterpillars and butterflies that you might see this summer sometime. They're starting to come out now. This is a mourning cloak. This is the caterpillar. And that's what it turns into when it's a butterfly. And you can see that all the way across. And 10 butterflies that you can learn about in this book. So thank you for listening. Give yourselves a hand. Yay. Hello. Well, now we're going to do some shaky eggs. So if you got one, shake them. If you don't, you can take a little piece of cardboard, like a toilet paper cardboard, and put some beans or rice or something inside, close it up, and you can use that as a shaker. So you don't have to have anything like this, but we do here. All right, so let's get our shakers. They're so cold because they've been in the car all this time, so let's warm them up. Get a little warm. Shake them loud, shake them quiet, shake them loud, shake them quiet. One more time, loud, and then quiet, and then where's Shaker? Where is Shaker? Where is Shaker? Here I am, hopping on your head, hopping on your head. Run away, run away. Where is Shaker? Where is Shaker? Here I am, rolling on your shoulder, rolling on your shoulder. Run away, run away. Where is Shaker? Where is Shaker? Here I am, bouncing on your belly, bouncing on your belly. Run away, run away. Where is Shaker? Where is Shaker? Here I am, knocking on your knee, knocking on your knee. Run away, run away. Yay, give yourself a cheer. All right, let's start. We're going to Kentucky, we're going to the fair to see the senorita with the flower in her hair. So shake it, baby, shake it if you can. Shake it like a milkshake and pour it in a can. Shake it at the bottom, shake it at the top. Shake it all around and round until we holler, stop. Okay, that was the first time. Second time, we're going to Kentucky, we're going to the fair to see the senorita with the flower in her hair. So shake it, baby, shake it if you can. Shake it like a milkshake and pour it in a can. Shake it at the bottom, shake it at the top. Shake it all around and round until we holler, stop. Third time, last one. We're going to Kentucky, we're going to the fair to see the senorita with the flower in her hair. So shake it, baby, shake it if you can. Shake it like a milkshake and pour it in a can. Shake it at the bottom, shake it at the top. Shake it all around and round and around and around and around. One more time, around until we holler, stop. Yay, Shaky Eggs. Okay, so now I'd like to share with you the second book. Remember, we talked about the caterpillar. Well, the caterpillar becomes a butterfly. And I'll show you, this is kind of a long story. So I want you to get your get your wiggles out, take a deep breath, and focus on Butterfly House by Yves Bunting. When I was just a little girl, I saw a small black creature like a tiny worm and saved it from the jay who wanted it for lunch. I carried it inside. There it is. Safe on its wide green leaf. My grandpa said it was a larva, and soon it would be a butterfly. We laid the larva carefully on thistle leaves inside an empty jar. We put in a twig for it to climb, then made a lid of soft white paper all stuck around with glue. My grandpa knew exactly what to do. I raised a butterfly myself, he said, when I was your age. Up in his room, we found a box. I cut a little window in its side and then covered it with screen. You can see those lines. The screen is to keep the larva in, but allow air to come in and out. What would she see? A human face so big and scary, strange and starey? What would she think? I want it pretty till she goes, I said. And so Grandpa and I drew flowers on colored paper, coneflowers, purple, blue, and marigolds, lantana, bright as a flame, and thistles too. We wedged a garden twig inside the box for her to walk on so her wings could dry once she became a butterfly. My grandpa knows the flowers butterflies like best, the ones where they can rest and drink the sweet, clear nectar. We glued the painted flowers inside the box so it was bright and colorful. We made a sky above the lid all blue with small white cotton clouds and green with tops of trees that seemed to sway in soundless air. I made a curve of a rainbow, like a hug to keep her safe while she was there. We set the jar inside and closed the painted lid. Through the screened window, I could see the garden house, a place of flowers and space and waiting stillness. Each day I put out leaves for food and watched my larva change. That's what you call a caterpillar, a larva. My grandpa knew when it was time to gently pull away the paper tops she hung from. I taped it to the wall inside her house and let her be. She would hang free inside the chrysalis that kept her hidden from the world. Inside that magic place, she grew. She transformed herself, came out, drooped, limp, and slack with crumpled wings. She was a butterfly, all spotted orange, black, and brown, as if someone had shaken paints and let them fall down. Our painted lady, Grandpa said, it's time. He meant that it was time for her to leave for her new life. I swallowed tears. From the beginning, I had known today would come. Now it was here. My grandpa took my hand. Cry if you like, he said. We carried out the box and raised the lid. I watched her falter as she felt the first warm touch of sun, saw trees, felt breezes brush across her wings. She rose and then rested on the fig tree branch. I saw her fly. Goodbye. So many years have passed. I am as old now as Grandpa was that spring when I was young. I live in the house that was once his. The garden glows with cornflowers, purple, blue, and marigolds, lantana, bright as flame, and thistles too. Now every spring the painted ladies come. They float and drift like blossoms. Look at all those butterflies. When I walk, they flutter by to kiss me with a painted wing. Sometimes they cling as though I am a flower myself. Neighbors cannot understand. Our flowers are the same as yours, they say. We even planted thistles to invite the butterflies, but they don't come. They fill your air like autumn leaves, even though it isn't fall. It's such a mystery. I smile. It's not a mystery at all. I think my painted ladies talk among themselves about how their great-great-grandma, too far back to say, was saved from being eaten by a jay. This young girl made a house for her, they whisper as they fly, a painted garden in a box, so she'd see beauty as she hung in that half sleep that we've all known. The end. So keep your eyes open, look for those caterpillars. Okay, so if you're outside and you're looking on a tree or a bush or maybe even hanging from a wooden structure, on your property, you may see a pupa, which is a creature that went from a caterpillar and is changing into something else. This is what this particular butterfly looks like, but there are lots others. So keep your eyes open for those. Friends. Okay. Thank you very much for listening. I appreciate that. You ready to go to the muffin shop? Okay, we're gonna have 3 little muffins. We'll start out one. There were 3 little muffins in the bakery shop. You know the kind with the honey and the nuts on top. In came a boy with a penny to spare, and he popped one muffin right out of there. Yum, 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 yum. So there were 3. The boy took one. Yes, you're right. There are 2 little muffins in the bakery shop. You know the kind with the honey and the nuts on top. In came a girl with a penny to spare, and she popped one muffin right out of there. Yum, 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 yum. So the boy took one, the girl took one. Now there is 1 little muffin in the bakery shop. You know the kind with the honey and the nuts on top. In came a little old lady with a penny to spare, and she popped that muffin right out of there. Yum, 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 yum. So there was 1. The old lady took 1. How many are left? 0. There are 0 little muffins in the bakery shop. You know the kind with the honey and the nuts on top. In came a big Tyrannosaurus Rex. Arrgh! No muffins! That was a disappointed dinosaur. I want you to give yourselves a hand for all your listening and all your participating. Okay, so thank you. I'll see you next week, and I hope that you enjoy all of the story times that are here from Tuesday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. Okay, bye-bye.